Hello everyone. Let me make sure it's recording. Okay. The time has come. My first time ever making a Filipino dish. And what I chose to make is, dun dun dun, I'm making, for the first time ever, pork adobo, and I'm cooking it in the crock pot, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I think it's adobo. So I'm going to try to cook this in the slow cooker. I already cut everything up, chopped everything. I cut up my pork. I got a pork roast, and the guy at the butcher shop said that I said I want the most tender one. So it was a pork roast, and it was almost 3 pounds, and it was about $7. So I just cut all that up in chunks. I do have a sweet onion here. If you watched my previous video when I was in the car driving to get the rest of the ingredients, I was telling you how some people put this in, some people don't. Let me just show you real quick. Okay, these are all recipes for pork adobo. And each one of them is different. I mean, it has the main ingredients like the pork or the chicken. You know, it has the bay leaves, the soy sauce, the vinegar, the peppercorns, the garlic. Did I say everything correctly? Yeah. And so what I did, since all of these were so different, I just printed them out and I wrote down my own because each one of them added, some of them added a few extra ingredients, some of them didn't add some of those ingredients. So I just added some extra ingredients that I think I would like. So this is what we're going to go with. So some people say no, you don't add onions. Some people say their family does add the onions and it goes on your personal preference or your family's preference. I love sweet cooked onions, so I am going to add an onion. This is a sweet onion I just cut up in big chunks. Some of the recipes added sugar, some did not. Some called for white sugar, some called for brown sugar, some didn't have any sugar. I'm going to add some brown sugar, and this is, mine was starting to get a little hard, but it's about a ½ cup of brown sugar. So we got 1 cut up sweet onion, about a ½ cup of brown sugar. I have 2 teaspoons of peppercorns. I have a ½ teaspoon of ground ginger. You can use fresh ginger. Some recipes didn't call for any ginger. I like the taste of ginger, so I'm going to add it to mine. This is 4 cloves of garlic that I just crushed with my knife. Some people I saw minced it up. Some people just crushed it like this. So I'm just going to crush. I'm just doing this to add it. So 4 cloves of garlic that I just crushed with a knife. I got the less sodium soy sauce. And that's another thing. Some people added salt, some people didn't. Some people were saying go with the low sodium salt because it can be a salty dish. So I'm not going to add any salt. And I did choose the less sodium. And then some people use white vinegar, some people use apple cider vinegar, some people use coconut vinegar, some people use rice vinegar. When I went to the store today, I was looking for the coconut vinegar. They didn't have it. They had something called coconut, it started with an A. Animos or something. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. And then I was standing in the store and I'm looking up coconut vinegar. How different is coconut? Come on, get down. Coconut vinegar versus the coconut. I wish I had my phone out here. I would look it up, but I don't have it out here. Coconut A and something or other. And they said not to use that for this recipe. When I went to the store yesterday, I did pick up rice vinegar, but I got seasoned. And when I was looking up more recipes today, I'm telling you, I looked at so many pork adobo recipes. They were saying that you should not use the seasoned rice vinegar. So when I went to the store today and they did not have the coconut vinegar, I saw that they had the regular rice vinegar that was not seasoned. So I'm pretty sure, because the other one says seasoned on it, this one did not. So I just got another one of these, but this one is, I guess it's not seasoned. So I'm going to try the rice vinegar instead of like the white vinegar. I've never made this before, so we're going to try it. Another thing, some recipes used coconut milk, the canned coconut milk in their recipe. I'm not going to use this yet. I'm not going to use it yet. I may look at even more recipes tomorrow, and if I choose to use this, what I'll do is I'll take the juice that accumulated in the crock pot and I'll mix it with this to make a thicker sauce for it. So I'm not 100% on this yet, but some recipes did use this, so I bought it just in case. And then finally, I am using jasmine rice. And I know I'm taking the easy way out and I'm using bull in the bag, but I've never had jasmine rice before, and a lot of people were saying to use the jasmine rice, so I'm going to use the jasmine rice when it's all done. I'm going to put when it's done, I'm going to put it over the rice, and that's how I'm going to eat it. So I hope this turns out, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, and please, you can give me tips. It's my very first time making it, so I can always make it again and use chicken. I can make it again and use pork and just try to cook it on the stovetop. I mentioned in my previous video of me driving today that I am scared to cook pork on the stovetop because I do not like tough meat. In order for me to eat meat, it has to be tender. So that's why another reason I'm choosing to try it in the slow cooker, because I know the pork will be tender. So yeah, that's why I'm choosing to do it in the slow cooker. All right, so before I get the meat out, I'm going to do, and I may add a little bit more than what I have written down because I wanted to have enough juice to go over the rice. But I also know, like some recipes called for water, like to add some water in as well. Did I write it down? I did add it down, but I wrote if needed. So I'm not quite sure yet if I'm going to add water because I know the crock pot and the meat and the onions will produce liquid. So I may not need water. So I may not, unless I check it tomorrow and it's kind of low, then I may add some water. Or when I put the meat in, if all the liquid is not covering the meat, I may possibly, I don't know, let's just do it. So I'm gonna add a half cup of the soy sauce. And like I said, I may add more. It just depends, I don't know. I should probably get a bigger, actually, you know what guys? By the time I put the meat, yeah, I think I'm gonna, let me get a bigger bowl, just to make sure. Just to make sure. Here goes nothing. I didn't measure. here. What else is new? So I have cup, but I may add a cup. I'm gonna be changing it probably. I think I am gonna go with a cup of soy sauce and a cup of vinegar, of the rice vinegar, I believe, instead of a half cup. This may take a while. So yeah, I've never made this before. And another thing, like, some people made their liquid mixture and they marinated it for 60 minutes. Some people marinated it for 8 hours. Some people marinated it overnight. So when I chose this, because I told you guys it was either this recipe or another one. I think I have the other one over there that I was going to make, but the other one was kind of simple, and I'm like, if I'm going to make this a Filipino dish, I better put a little bit more effort into it than it being really, really easy. Oh, and another thing, like I saw some people who put cut up potatoes and cut up carrots. Some people didn't. Now, when I went to the butcher today, I told him what I was using the pork for, because I had him help me choose which one to get. And he was saying adobo is pretty much like the marinade that you're using. That's what the adobo means, which I did not know that. I should have got a plate. Oh, that smells. Wow, that low sodium soy sauce smells different than regular. Okay, now I'm gonna do a cup of the rice vinegar. I wish I could have found the coconut vinegar. I never even knew coconut vinegar existed. Oh, this is gonna take a while too. Sorry, you guys, I would have done this sooner. But I wanted to show you guys what I actually bought with these two. Everything else is basic. Oh, and I do have bay leaves. Because bay leaves, I think every recipe, they had bay leaves. So I do have those. I'll probably add 2 or 3. Some recipes call for 2 bay leaves, some recipes call for 3, some for 4. Some called for crushed up bay leaves, some just put it in their whole. So I'm like, okay. We're just gonna, let's see what this. Interesting. Okay, so we got the cup of the rice vinegar. And now we're going to add the peppercorns, the ginger, yeah, I'm just going to cook this on low all night. It's actually midnight, 12:02 a.m., so it's Sunday morning. So I'm just going to let this cook in the crock pot or / slow cooker on low all night, and then when I get up in the morning, I'll check on it and probably turn it back to warm until I'm ready to eat it. And like I said, I may look at a couple more recipes just to see if anyone else, in goes the brown sugar. See how many other people use that coconut milk. The one recipe I saw that used the coconut milk, it kind of made it look like rich, like creamy rich, you know? I'm adding the garlic. You guys want to know something? This is the first time that I personally, now my ex-husband used to use the fresh garlic. This is the first time I've ever gotten garlic myself and peeled it. I usually just do like the garlic powder. And I never realized, I guess because I've never used it, but the garlic is sticky when you crush it. My hands were all sticky. I'm like, I didn't know that was sticky. Okay, so we're just gonna mix all this around. My stove needs clean, so if you see it, I'm sorry. I'm gonna add the bay leaves in here. I just got some bay leaves. So I think I'm gonna add 2. I think that's what I wrote down. 2 bay leaves. Or I'll do 3. What the heck? We'll do 3 bay leaves. I better change my recipe. So I did 3. Just in case this turns out good and I make it again. And then I did 1 cup of soy sauce and 1 cup of the vinegar instead of half. Okay. So we got the bay leaves. Then I got my meat right here that I already cut up. Yeah, I might not add water. So I'm going to show you guys what this looks like really quick. Some people I saw used honey, you know, instead of sugar. So let me show you guys. Let me actually take the plastic off here. But yeah, I figured it'll marinate itself in the crock pot for all those hours, you know? So I'm not even gonna turn it on yet. I'm gonna wait. Okay, we got everything going on. Yes. Okay, let me show you guys what I got going on over here. Oh my goodness, I have a, when I did that Bean Boozled challenge, I have a, look, one must have fell in there. One of those jelly beans. Okay. So there's the pork that I just cut up into cubes. Big hunks. And then here's our liquid. There's our liquid. I wish I could stir it, but I'm holding my laptop with my one hand and I'm holding the camera with the other. So there's our liquid. There's our pork. And now I'm just going to put the pork into the crock pot and then I'm going to pour this over. I'm trying to see what it kind of smells like. This whole mixture, it smells like, kind of smells like when I make homemade Hamburg barbecue, when I make the Hamburg barbecue sauce myself. It's kind of what it reminds me of. I just want to make sure all that brown sugar is okay. Let me make sure. We got the cup of soy sauce, the low sodium. I better write that. I didn't write low sodium. Low sodium, and then rice vinegar, and then I'm going to put coconut vinegar in parentheses. That way if I ever see it. Okay, the 1 cup of water if needed. 2 teaspoons of peppercorns. We've got 3 bay leaves, 4 garlic cloves crushed, 1/2 cup of brown sugar or regular sugar. I use brown sugar. 1 onion, and I used a sweet onion, and 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. I was gonna get the fresh ginger, but I was scared that I didn't know how to. I've never gotten fresh ginger. I think you grind it or something, or grate it, possibly. Oh, and then some people added pineapple, which I thought about doing. But then at the last minute, I'm like, I better not add too many different. But I may do that in the future. Get a fresh pineapple and cut it. All right, hopefully I think my stuff is all. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put my pork into the crock pot, and I didn't turn it on yet. Pork is in the crock pot. Now we're just going to pour this over it. That's enough liquid, definitely. So I'm not going to add any water right now. I will let you guys know if by tomorrow if I have to add any water, but I really don't think I'm going to have to because the onion's going to put off some juice. The meat and the fat that's on the meat. Yeah, I'm not going to add any water right now. I'm just going to move these bay leaves around so we get a little bit of bay leaves on each. This smells good. And it's not even cooked yet. Move some of those peppercorns over on that side. I'm going to put that bay leaf underneath there. I think the onion will just give it a little extra, you know, when you put it over the rice, you have a little some extra, you know. I'm going to tuck this 3rd bay leaf way down underneath everything. Put that one over there. All right, so this is what I got. I'm going to turn it on a while. Put it on low. And that's everything. Let me show you guys what we got going on, and then I'll sign off for the night, and I'll be eating this later. Well, it's actually technically Sunday already because it is 12:12 a.m. Sunday morning. So yeah, I think that's enough liquid. I'll probably stir it once before bed. So yeah, there we have it. I'm gonna cook it on low. Cooking it on low while I go to sleep, and then in the morning I'll check on it and then turn it back to warm. So yeah, that's all we got. I hope this turns out okay. I hope it turns out okay. So yeah, that is the plan. That's what we're making. First time ever making it, so hopefully everything turns out correctly. That's it. That's all I got. I'm going to clean up my mess, start the dishwasher, and go to bed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry it took so long. Sometimes gotta pay my bills first. It was what, $7 for the meat, and then it was about $30 for the, because I had to get 2 of these because the first one I got was the season. So with all these ingredients, the rice, coconut milk, all the stuff I had to get, it was about $30 for all. Well, no, because I had gotten a couple other things. I think these, I'd have to find my receipt. I forgot I got a pack of the Starbucks K-cups. Those were like $7 something. And then I had to get toilet paper. I'll look at my receipt, and then when I eat it, I'll circle everything on the receipt, and I'll tell you guys how much it costs with everything. So that's all I got. And we will be back later today, Sunday, June 4th, to eat this. And I'll let you guys know if I do decide to add this, the coconut milk. I haven't 100% decided yet. Like I said, some people add it, some people don't. It all depends. I just want to see what this looks like. I kind of like to have a little thicker sauce since it's going over rice, but I'll see what it looks like when I wake up, and then I'll go from there, and I will definitely keep you guys posted on what I did to finish it off. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Next time you see me, we'll be eating this goodness. It smells delicious. I'm sure it'll taste delicious. Yeah, that's all I got. Good night, everyone. Bye for now. Signing off.